Hey, if you're a copywriter or marketer, you probably already know that headlines are very important. And you probably also know headlines can be very difficult to write. You know, most people, they write a headline and it just kind of falls flat on their face. It never gets the attention of the right prospect. It doesn't get them engaged. And more importantly, it doesn't get them reading the next sentence. So they start to move through your sales letter or video sales letter or even your email. So instead of just showing you some tips or tricks or things like that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull back the curtain and I'm going to let you watch as I take a run-of-the-mill average headline and turn it into something world-class. What I'm going to show you is an inside training that I did for a group of people who all paid $2,000 to be on these masterminds. And a marketer brought me a headline, and it was run-of-the-mill, and it was. It just wasn't that great, and I'm going to show you why. And they made a huge mistake that most copywriters and marketers make when they're writing headlines. So what I did is I transformed it into a world-class headline in just a few minutes, and I'm going to show you the exact steps on how I did it. So if you want to write better headlines, let's dive into this $2,000 mastermind, and I'm going to show you how. Let's get started. So this was the original. Just to walk you guys through a few things, there's a lot of ideas here, so that's tough to sell when there's a lot of ideas. So we're talking about weight loss, we're talking about mental clarity, we're talking about cleansing your internal organs, you're talking about healthy digestive tract. So it's easier to do one idea. It's more important to do one idea. So maybe it's like lose 5 pounds in 5 days, but that's more of a big claim, right? So what a lot of people have a hard time with is, this is a big claim, there's no proof there, and it's something that we've seen a lot, right? So people will automatically dismiss it. So what you can do is something that we call gradualization. So it's a smaller promise. You may talk about like cleansing your internal organs, and then when you get into what you're talking about, you can talk about losing weight, you can talk about all the other benefits, right? But you capture them with one idea. So let me show you the idea that I had. Science discovers a 650-year-old monk's secret used to treat the bubonic plague can now cleanse your organs and give you a healthy digestive tract. So there's an ingredient in ISO tea that's called blessed thistle. Blessed thistle was used in the bubonic plague between 1347 and 1349 or something like that. And it was a secret that monks used to treat the bubonic plague. So it was used to treat all of those things, but it's also used to cleanse organs and healthy digestive tract. So that was just quick. That was like within, I don't know, what was that, 5 minutes or less? So now it's one idea. But what's up, Vance?
No, I didn't say anything. I'm just amazed.
Okay. So now let me show you guys, for everyone who's writing copy and headlines, which we all are, right? Like, this is why I believe copy is so incredibly important, because it touches every piece of our business. If you're doing a podcast, you're trying to get somebody to believe something. It's copy. If you're trying to do a video, you're trying to transfer. I mean, selling is simple in the thought process, right? Selling is just transferring your belief to somebody else. The thing that gets in the way is our words. So it's the way we write emails, it's the way we write videos, it's the way we communicate, right? Like, if they could just believe what we did, they would buy the thing that we have, right? So that's what we're doing. So when you look at this one, like, so take a look for everyone at this, like lose 5 pounds in 5 days. That's a claim, right? So we have one claim, and keep it off while gaining mental clarity, which is another claim. And I'll just like bold these. And then cleansing your internal organs. So that's another claim. And this is a standard mistake that we all make. We're new at this, right? We just don't recognize it. And have a healthy digestive tract, which is another claim, or a promise, also known as promises, right? Like, we're making a claim that we can do this, and you're doing it in less than 1 minute a day, which is another piece of the claim, right? So if you look at that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 claims. And so what happens is people have a hard time believing it. You're like, okay, well, you've made me this humongous promise, but there's like, how can I believe it? And believability is the most important thing in anything that we do. If somebody doesn't believe us, they're not going to take action, right? So now take a look at this one. Science discovers, it's science, right? So people hear that, they're like, oh, it was science discovered it, so it's proof, right? 650-year-old monk secret. That is also a form of proof because it's historical proof. Monks used it in the 1300s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a piece of what we call historical proof. It was used, so they've already used it to treat the bubonic plague. That's another piece of historical proof. So notice I haven't made a claim yet. I've just been proving it. And now, so look at this. Science discovers, proof point, 650-year-old monk secret, proof point, used to treat the bubonic plague, historical proof. So 3 proof points, I haven't even made a claim yet. And now what I say is cleanse your organs and give you a healthy digestive tract. So now I've made the claim. And this could be 1 or 2 claims if you want to separate them, because it's technically 2. Because you have cleanse your organs, but that's kind of 1 at the same time. Because if you cleanse your organs, you're going to have a healthy digestive tract for the most part.
Right.
So when all of us are writing headlines, the most important thing is how can you prove it? And there's a bajillion ways to prove something, but what typically happens is people start stringing together claims because they're not copywriters, right? We're all new and we all have to start at some point. So we start learning this, and I mean, it took me years to figure this out. When I first wrote headlines, it was like these. I was just like, this is how you do it. Like, this is what I see everywhere. And we copy what we see. And we're like, that's what I was told. So this is how I did it. And notice all the proof in there. So now when someone believes this, when you make a big claim, like it can help you lose weight, or you can help do all these other things that we see a lot of, it has to be unique. So when you look at this headline, and this was just really quick, and I can show you roughly how I did this for everybody, but here's what I did. Hey, what's up? If you like this training and you want trainings like this each and every week, every Wednesday, you want me to send you trainings just like this one, then you're going to want to check out the Copy Skills Club. There's a video underneath this one that explains all the details. Not only will you get trainings like this every Wednesday, you'll get access to me to answer your questions, to critique your copy, and even better, you get access to each and every one of my copywriting courses to help you become a world-class copywriter. So check out the video underneath this one, and let's get back to the training. I jumped over to ISO-T. I just went to ingredients. I found the ingredients, read them really quick. I'm like, holy thistle, persimmon leaves, mallow leaves, marshmallow leaves. I just read all these, and I'm like, okay, let's check these out. So I ran over here and typed in, holy thistle, because that was the first one I saw. I'm like, I saw holy thistle. And I typed in holy thistle, and check this out. The first one that came up was blessed thistle. And I'm like, oh, I've seen blessed thistle. So I clicked on it. And I didn't even actually click on that one. Check it out. Right here, it just says, blessed thistle is a plant people use the following: tops, leaves, stems, was commonly used during the Middle Ages to treat the bubonic plague and as a tonic for monks. And I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. So I clicked on that, and it's a study by WebMD. So now we have this proof point, and it tells me all about it. And when I was like, oh, it treats the bubonic plague, when was that? My next logical question was, when was the bubonic plague? Was 1347 to 1353. Monks used it. Science discovered it works for these things. Boom, there's my headline. So notice how it's not like this magic copy. It has a lot to do with how we research things, and it's just a thought process. So I hope that helps, you guys kind of work through the process. And this headline would probably work really good right now. And the reason I say that is because we are going through something very similar right now, right? We're going through the coronavirus pandemic, which we've seen these in the past. We've seen the Spanish flu in 1908. We've seen the bubonic plague in the 1300s. We've seen, all these different things that have killed lots of people. And when you start talking about, like, if somebody read this the way I look at it, I'd be like, wow, okay, the bubonic plague, well, we're kind of going through that right now. Maybe I should drink something like this.
Right.
My thought process. And it doesn't have to be this one. I was just going to give you an example.
But notice how I focused on one thing. I built most of it around proof, and I made one claim, one idea. Because once you start making this, once you start making multiple claims, it actually dilutes the promise.
And that's also the thing that gets you in trouble when running ads. Too many claims, especially 5 pounds in 5 days, you'd be banned off of Facebook tomorrow.
Yeah, and it dilutes it because somebody reads that and they're like, okay, so it does this, and it does this, and it does this, and it does this, and it dilutes the message. So the important part is really focusing on one idea and making that extremely powerful and extremely strong. Now, that doesn't mean you can't expand on that once you get into your emails or your follow-up or anything like that. You can talk about other benefits, but you want to build them in, bring them in, and then you can build them up.
Okay. I went about it totally wrong because initially you said, okay, research other teas that are doing the same thing. And I took the top 10 teas that were out there for weight loss, and they don't even come close to the health benefits that this tea has. So I was like, all right, well, let me just go off of, the product sheet that I would give someone along with the tea that explains what's in it. And it kind of just explained it in a roundabout way, like the claims. It just were the claims on there and like some extract blends and stuff like that. And I was at a loss. Like I didn't really understand how to do the assignment that you told me to do. So
right. And you're new and you did fine. Yeah. Like you started researching, which is exactly what you should do. And that's why we're here. And you're not going to get it the first try. I mean, I've been doing this it's coming up on a decade.
I don't even get this. I don't even get this on the 10th try. So
you said you researched weight loss tea. Look at these guys. I'm sorry, but this is terrible. Like if I type in weight loss tea, I wouldn't be like choosing a tea, right? I want to know about teas. Now, what do you got? All of you guys, what do you think? What would you click on first? Skinny Fit, weight loss tea, weight loss, transform your life. This one's a little bit better, Secret African Red Detox. Or would you click on a headline that said something like what we just talked about? Which one stands out more when you come with a weight loss? And I could change this to be weight loss, right? But when you look at that, which one stands out more? Like all of the same run of the mill, or all of a sudden you see, science discovers a 650-year-old weight loss secret used, for whatever. See the power? These guys are pretty good, right? Discover the secret West African red tea proven to stop hunger craver in their tracks. These guys are decent, right?
Who is that?
These guys are going after credibility. We are weight loss surgery special. This is how I would do it too. Like whoever wrote this was a pretty solid copywriter, right? Because now we're hooked on this. But so remember when I was saying you can make one initial claim in your headline, then you can build on it. So their headline, if you go back, was the secret West African tea proven to stop hunger. All right. So they went after hunger and melting fat. Now notice what they did, and they probably do it throughout the entire copy, but notice what they do down here. They build on it. So what they go from is how you can lose fat and do that, right? And now we're talking about effectively detoxing your body. And look at this. And now we just talk about like, hey, look, if you're overweight, diabetes, heart attack, stroke, cancer, all of those things. Now they've built it. They started with one idea, and that was just based on melting some fat. And now all of a sudden we're deep in the copy and we're talking about diabetes, heart attack, stroke, and cancer. So notice how we like built on that. And that's what I mean by you can talk about the headline that I just wrote really quickly, and then you can build on that to talk about weight loss. You can talk about, because we can easily go from there, right? You can go from, look, if you detox your body and cleanse your organs, your body's going to process fat better. You're going to have less buildup. You're going to have a better prostate. You're going to have all of these different things, and you're going to reduce the risk of all of these other things. And we went from one idea to whole body healing, like a whole body health.
If you like what I showed you and taught you in this video, then you're going to love what I have for you next. If you want to become a better copywriter, if you're a freelance copywriter and you want to just get more clients and write better copy, I have something special for you. If you're a marketer and you just want to write better copy so you can get better clicks on your ads, you can get more leads on your opt-in pages, you can get more sales with your sales letters, video sales letters, and you can get better open rates, click-through rates, and sales using your emails. Pay close attention because I have something for you. If you like this training, I have a program where I'll send you trainings just like this one every Wednesday, pulling back the curtain on some of world-class copywriting methods, techniques, tips that you can use inside of all of your writing and all of your businesses. And I'm also going to give you access to every one of my copywriting courses, from short ads like Facebook, Google, YouTube, to landing pages, how to write high converting copy on landing pages, sales letters, video sales letters, and even emails. So if you want to be a better copywriter, you want to make more sales, get more clients, and make more money with your words, then head over to copyskills.com/club and you can check it out, or click the button somewhere around this page and I'll see you over there. And who knows, maybe it'll be a fit for you. And one more thing. When you join the Copy Skills Club, you get me to answer your questions and to critique your copy. So check it out. We'll see you over there.